What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing the game Turf Rivals, which was released on the Super Nintendo by Jaleco, which is pretty much a beat 'em up game in the vein of like Final Fight and stuff like that. Now, the plot of the game is that Jack Flack's girlfriend Heather was kidnapped by the Street Kings gang, and he asked his friend Oswald Ozzy Nelson, who was a police officer, to help him rescue Heather and take down the Street Kings. You know what I'm saying, from Los Angeles and stuff like that. Now, one thing about Turf Rivals, that it has pretty much six sections in it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much six stages, really. You know what I'm saying? Which consists of the police station, the city stadium, the skyscraper, southern mount, southern port, and the hideout. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much the bosses of in this game pretty much are Genie, who was the boss of the police station, Sledge, who was the boss of the city stadium, Slasher, who was the boss of the skyscraper, Captain, who was the boss of um, Southern Mount, Iceman, who was the boss of Southern Port, and Big Al, who was the boss of the last stage. You know what I'm saying? Which is pretty much the hideout, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, before you pretty much start each stage, you know what I'm saying? They'll show the map of the entire city and where and what section and what stage you're on, you know what I'm saying, before you actually start. And that part really does remind me of Final Fight, you know what I'm saying? There's other areas too, but this aspect of Turf Rivals remind me of Final Fight the most. I would say pretty much the trilogy, from a general standpoint, because if you played the Final Fight trilogy on the Super Nintendo, you'll find that there's a map that shows, and it'll highlight what where you at. You know what I'm saying, in terms of the stage and all that. You know what I'm saying, and throughout the course of the game, you'll find different weapons like bricks, rocks, and iron wrenches and other weapons like that. You know what I'm saying? You can either throw the weapons or swing them at the enemies, depending on which weapon you have. You know what I'm saying? Then there's the health items that you pick up through the course of the game and everything, and they pretty much consist of sushi, roast chicken, and soda and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about notice that about both the items and the weapons, that they're not so readily available like it is with Final Fight. You know what I'm saying? Because if you were to like bust a crate or oil drum in Final Fight, you pretty much find a weapon or pretty much or a food item, but they're more readily available though. You know what I'm saying? Unlike turf rivals and stuff. And as far as Jack and Oswald are concerned, they both have their own set of moves. You know what I'm saying? Based off their discipline. You know, Oswald is pretty much a pro wrestler, so a lot of his moves are going to be based off of he's going to be using stuff like suplexes, power bombs, different stuff like that. Now, Jack, on the other hand, is more of a has a more of a martial arts discipline. I just don't know which martial art that he's using. It could be karate or taekwondo or aikido or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the graphics and design of turf rifles, they're pretty good, but it does look similar to Final Fight though. You know what I'm saying? Like In fact, there's a map that is above, that's on the top of the screen that shows that is shown that highlights the section you're in. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the particular stage that you're in, whether you're in the city stadium or the police station. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I don't know why, it just borrows a lot of things from Final Fight in this particular game. Another thing about it is that the CPU will take your character from one section of a stage to another, which is another thing that you see in Final Fight. Now the gameplay to me is pretty similar to the Final Fight trilogy on the Super Nintendo, but it's not as fluent. It's stiff. You know what I'm saying? Plus, if you're hitting a specific enemies, it's like they'll stop you after you throw the like first or second punch and stuff like that, and it happens more often than it should. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you're most likely to get hit like, I don't know, like no more than 5 times, and you lose a life and stuff like that, and that's kind of annoying and all that. You know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is good, but it's not as memorable as other beat 'em up games. You know what I'm saying? Like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, the Final Fight trilogy, even the Streets of Rage trilogy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't bad, but if you like the soundtrack, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? To me, the biggest gripe with Turf Rival that I have is it lacks originality. You know what I'm saying? This borrows a lot of stuff from the Final Fight trilogy. I mentioned the graphics, design. You know what I'm saying? Gameplay. Even the story is kind of similar to um, Final Fight. You know what I'm saying? I guess the only exception is that the Heather is not related to Ozzy in any way. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jack is Heather is Jack's girlfriend and all that. You know, now what I recommend it to anyone, uh, mostly fans of the beat 'em up genre and all that. But at the same time, I would say stick with other beat 'em up games that was released on the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, even beat 'em ups that were released in the arcades and stuff like that. I would say stick to those type of beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? From a general standpoint, because this one is pretty much mediocre at best. You know what I'm saying? Turf Rivalry is. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score, I definitely give it a 5 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Because the lack of originality, stiff controls, it borrows stuff from Final Fight and all that. With that being said, if you like Turf Rivals, you can mention it in the comment section. If you have the same gripes as I do with Turf Rivals, you can also mention that. If there's any other gripes that you have that I pretty much that I didn't even mention, you can also mention that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, don't forget to click the thumbs up button to this video, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.